Hello, hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Please say hi in the comment section and let me know where you are joining me from. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, today was so hard. I have some tech issues. My computer wasn't working. You know what? I just kept on pushing, and finally, I am live and streaming. Oh my goodness. So, what is interesting about today's topic? It's all about breaking down silos, okay, and making accessibility everyone business. Before we start and discuss further the topic for this episode, I want to self-describe. So, hi everyone. I am a Black woman. I'm always smiling. Some people will say, Flora, actually, you laugh a lot, which is also true. I'm currently rocking my long, silky, burgundy, and black hairstyle. I am wearing a teal color suit and a blouse that is black and white. And that's about it. I would love for you also, if you want, you can say hi in the comment section. Let me know where you are joining me from. Don't feel shy. This is a safe place where we are sharing, we are collaborating, and we are having so much fun. So I see a few comments. Let me check those, and then we can start talking. So I see someone. It says LinkedIn user. Hi, Flora from Colorado. It's so funny. The platform I'm using sometimes is not allowing me to check some of the names. But let me go directly on LinkedIn. I might be able to spot you there. I see. Indeed, I see Eric. Hi, Eric. You said good morning from Mountain of Colorado. Reminds me a lot of the North Pole. Oh, yes, Mr. Santa Claus. So I'm going to be reading on the side as well as here. I see Renee said, hi, good afternoon. I'm here from Portland, Maine. I'm glad you got things sorted out. Oh, gosh. Thank you so much, Renee. And I see Dr. Rocky. Dr. Rocky said, greeting from Ottawa, Ontario. Hi, Dr. Rocky, I'm so happy you're here. Please don't feel shy if you're joining me live or if you're joining me through recording. That's totally fine. If you're watching the replay, just say hi. Don't feel shy. Just say hi. I see Thea Cody said, greeting from west side of the greater Toronto, Toronto area in Ontario, Canada. So happy you're here, Tia. And I see Deborah said, hi, Flora from Colorado. Oh gosh, please keep on sending the message, keep on posting. I love the engagements. Thank you so much all for being here. Inclusion is such a big topic, don't you think so? And one of the ways to create a great platform and opportunity for people is really through making accessibility and inclusion everyone business. I see also Crystal is here. She said, hi from Edmonton, Canada, in Treaty 6 territory. Oh gosh, thank you so much. Hi, Crystal. So happy you're here as well. So Thea, like I said, thank you. Oh gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Thea, it's also an incredible person. She's advocating for accessibility. I saw, if I'm not mistaken, Thea, I saw one of your presentation before. Girl, you got it. And I see, as I said, Renee, thank you so much for your kind words. Technology. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about today's topic, which is all about, making accessibility everyone business. One of the things that I love to share, usually when people are saying, well, accessibility and inclusion should not be a big deal, it is a big deal. Because there is a lot of people who have a disability in the world. And we have actually, based on the WHO, the World Health Organization, more than 1.3 billion people with a disability in the world. And you know what? Let me just define what is a disability, okay? Because sometimes there are people like me. And by that, I mean there are people who don't even know that they have a disability. I don't know if you were born with a disability, which is one way, right, to experience a disability. There are a lot of people who are born with a disability. There are people who are experiencing a disability after an illness or maybe an accident, right? There are some people who have temporary disabilities, right? Which mean that this disability may be here for a little bit of time and then will go away. There are people also with episodic disability, which is a term that I, to be honest with you, I've heard a lot more recently than before. And episodic disability, it's a disability that comes and go, like sometimes chronic pain, right? Some people with chronic pain might really have incredible challenges at a time, but then that disability fade out and they feel totally, in control. They can do a lot of things and then it comes back. I didn't have I didn't know I have a disability, and still now I don't usually put or express myself as a person who has had a disability at some point in time. I, at some point in the past, used to have a lot of moment where I will not be able to speak. I experienced mutism, so I wasn't talking for maybe a few weeks, a few months at time. And it was so hard for someone who likes to talk like me to just express freely, not not being able to talk at all, not being able to share my opinion whenever I am doing a presentation, or whenever I'm in a conference, or whenever I'm in a meeting, was quite hard. Or sometimes when we have social engagement or things of that nature, I couldn't even say that I needed a specific food um, to be served to me. So I needed to pull, someone or write on paper or things like that. So this disability of mine was temporary and it was also episodic. So there are a lot of people right now they don't know that they have a disability. You know, there are a lot of disabilities that are not visible. Like color blindness, dyslexia, or learning disabilities, or even some of the cognitive disabilities are not always visible, and it's important sometimes to really pay attention in understanding what is a disability, because the WHO, the World Health Organization, said that 1/5 or 1/6 people have a disability in the world, which means that if you are in a company that has more than 5 people, there is one person with a disability in that company, for sure. They may not even be aware of it, or maybe they have an invisible disability, or maybe they have a visible disability, like maybe blindness, or they're using a wheelchair. All right. So really, let's be mindful and let's understand what is a disability. As just shared something. Let me see. And yes, if you resonate with what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up, give me a reaction, or share your comments. So Thea said, "That's so kind of you to say. I recognize your face from the audience." Next time, come and say hi. No problem, my friend. I will come and say hi, definitely. So let's talk about the first thing, which is also, why is accessibility not visible in companies, and why this is a priority. I've noticed that perhaps you will relate with that information, perhaps you will not, but that's okay. I'm here to share. In most organizations, okay, accessibility is undertaken by a small group of people. You will notice, for example, if we're talking about people who are doing the audit, the testing, or people who are doing policies around accessibility, there's probably just one or two people in the organization. And organizations sometimes are large, but there are just a few people. And what happened with that is that those few people will be interacting with just few circle, within a few circle. So which means that again, accessibility is not an information that is shared in all department of the organization. Now, some people will say, wait a minute, Flora, we don't need accessibility to be, overtaking the entire organization. Maybe we just need accessibility to be, done by just a few people. Maybe we don't need that much. Here's why accessibility is important in terms of visibility. Oftentimes, whenever we are advocating for accessibility, right, within the organization, one of the reasons why accessibility is so important, and we are all talking about accessibility right now, is because accessibility can help increase the bottom line of the company, right? It can increase revenue for the company. Without revenue, without income, without increase in bottom line, there's no company. So it can help boost that area of the company. The other thing that is also important is because accessibility can help remove, you know, uh, lawsuit, maybe government fines, and this can also damage the company reputation. So accessibility is quite important. It can also help with innovation. You can create incredible product that will, surpass product provided by your competitor. And that is also an important reason why accessibility is so important. Now, understanding those big components means that the company overall has to care. Accessibility should be really talked about as a culture change in organization. Many people in organization, including leaders, are not understanding the importance of understanding accessibility pretty much. As I said already with the description of what is a disability, people who are aging can also have a disability. They might lose the ability to see, to hear, to talk, or to do certain things. And most leaders, I would say 45 and up, are more likely to have a disability. They are more likely to lose the ability to do certain things. So it's important to understand what is a disability and the tools that can help people to strive or to innovate. So leaders have to understand more about accessibility, maybe not on the technical side, but they have to have a better understanding so that they can also allow, budgeting or bring more people with disabilities to work in the company. They might also be able to understand the HR, the human resource part, you know. Let's just talk about human resource. Most of the problem that we have right now is the barriers of hiring great talents with disabilities. And this is happening because, again, there's not enough talk, there's not enough visibility in that area for HR, leaders, professionals to do properly their job. And that has nothing to do with the fact that they don't want to do it. Like someone told me before, we only know what we know, And so creating, again, more visibility in that area will help increase, you know, incredible things within the company. The other thing that I want to talk about also is the fact that, sometimes people will say, okay, I'm a professional, I'm a designer, or I am, the architect, or I am doing something that has nothing to do with accessibility or digital product. Fine. Fine, we get it. But here's the problem. If you are not understanding accessibility from a visible point of view, it means that whenever you have a person with a disability working alongside with you, or even entering just the building, or having a conversation with you, you might, unfortunately, have a conversation that has ableism, which means that you're probably using words that are not appropriate to discuss with that person, or you might make that person feel excluded just because you don't know what you don't know. And that's totally fine. I have noticed in a few occasions, a few past experiences, instances where some of my colleagues did not want to invite a person with a disability to join because they felt like that person might not feel comfortable doing certain activities. But the truth is that they didn't go and ask the person. They just assume. Unfortunately, they just assume. And by that person did like this activity. As a matter of fact, that person loved traveling. So that person disability did not hold the person back. But because they didn't know better, they just assume. So again, accessibility has to do also with social engagement. We working in organization are all human beings. Accessibility simply means allowing people to engage. It means only allowing people to get information. It means only allowing people to get products. It means only allowing people to get services to express fully. So really, accessibility is everyone business. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Is accessibility important in every spaces of an organization? I will say yes, but I want to hear from you. I know, for example, Eric, who is here. Hi, Eric, again. Eric is an incredible person who always advocate for accessibility in the built environment, meaning construction. How do you check that your environment, the physical environment, is allowing people to feel included in the experience? So accessibility is really everyone business, not just one people, not just one team, not just one department. It's really everyone business. you know Many of us know, in the circle, a person with a disability. Or maybe we are also a person who has a disability. You know, I know, for example, my mother has gradually been losing her sight. And so she has been losing an ability to do what? Read. And she use now eyeglasses. On a computer, she's totally lost. But she can actually use also magnification on a computer, which is just incredible. I think that there are so many benefits in understanding just what is a disability, what are the tools that we can use, to strive. People with a disability always think that, gosh, accessibility is just for people with disabilities, but that's not true. Accessibility can elevate even the experience of those without disabilities. Let me give you an example. Sometimes, just to be more productive, I am using, for example, a voice recognition software to get things done on my computer. So I'm using my voice to dictate, to share, or to click on certain things. And sometimes I do that just because I am multitasking. So I can use my hands to do things. But at times, using my voice take me faster to accomplishing certain things. And I've noticed that a lot of doctors now are using that same approach. They're using their voice to do certain things. I went to, oh gosh, I shouldn't probably disclose that, but I went to a doctor and that person was using his voice. I was impressed. I was impressed. One of the tools that you can use to use your voice on as a voice command is Dragon Naturally Speaking, which is a fantastic software. I see a few comments. Let me see. Again, if you have anything to share, just share it on the comment. I promise you, I can see everything live. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to reshare this episode on your network. I see it says LinkedIn user. Gosh, my platform, why don't you give me the name of the person? Perhaps Eric or someone else. Let's see. It's Deborah. Hey, Deborah. Okay, Deborah said accessibility in products is vitally important for companies who are doing business or wanting to do business in Europe. Huh. See, the EAA has new laws coming in 2025 that if products are not accessible within a company, they cannot do business with European companies. Ha! Thank you, Deborah, for sharing. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a game changer. I mean, it's going to be huge. Also, there is a law that has been passed in the United States, Title II, that is also requiring, commitment to accessibility for the year 2026, which is also going to be huge. So, oh gosh, thank you so much. And again, if you have something to share, I mean, I know that in the audience there are incredible people who have been working in accessibility for quite a long time. Feel free to share. This is your opportunity to educate us, me included, in the things that are going out there. One person only cannot have all the knowledge and cannot be in every spaces. So feel free to share your own voice in this platform within the comments. So I see Eric said, hi Flora, does attention to accessibility start with a deeper understanding of who we are, and no matter our profession, what we really do or others. I agree, definitely. We have to have a better understanding of what is accessibility. And representation is such a big thing. I've noticed that some people will say, hey, Flora, I know about my disability, but I don't know about others. And I have also people without disabilities who say, we want to create or design things that are inclusive, but we don't know what is the problem, or we don't know what are the failures, because we don't know people with disabilities. So again, this is an opportunity for everyone to learn, to share, but visibility for accessibility is such an important topic. One other thing that I think is important and often overlooked is the fact that whenever we embrace accessibility, to help attract clients, or to avoid any lawsuit, or to just elevate the reputation, or maybe to innovate, we forget that there are incredible talent within the organization that also need a better understanding of accessibility and options. I was working, I had a chance to join a panel of incredible advocate for accessibility. And in one of the questions, someone asked me, because I was one of the digital accessibility expert there, she said, Flora, you know what? I understand that, your support is in digital accessibility, the platform, the tools, and things like that. But what I've noticed is that organizations are not even telling us what are the tools available to support us. I had a disability gradually, and I didn't know what I could use to keep moving in the organization. And I was like, whoa, this is big, Sometimes organizations have benefits that can also help cover tools such as, 80s tool, like Dragon Naturally Speaking, or screen readers, or Fusion, or any other thing that can help employees, but employees are not aware. So making accessibility everyone business can help someone say to someone, hey, did you know that they can help you with maybe an LSQ or an ALS interpreter. ALS is American, here you go. I'm having a blank right now. American Sign Language Interpreter, and LSQ is a langue de signe Québécois. It's for the French people, for example, in Quebec. But in your country, you may have also names for sign language interpreters, but sometimes this is provided in under the organization benefits, but people don't know. Again, visibility is such an important thing. When you educate yourself, you can actually help maybe your colleague feel less burdened because they are having an experience gradually with a disability, or maybe they have a kid, maybe they have an uncle, maybe they have their loved one losing their sight, or who went in, who had an accident and they may not be able to use their hand. If you tell that person, hey, if you can use your hand, you can use your voice, they might be what? I didn't know that. What are the options? So educating everyone and making accessibility visible is not helping only the organization, it's also helping incredible talent within the organizations, leaders included. Yes. I see someone sharing a comment. Again, I'm going to try to see your name on LinkedIn here. I see you said, who's that? That's Deborah. Deborah said, I have a feeling several organizations are not even aware of what is available for disabled employees. This is so true, Deborah. So true. They don't. And this happened because we are not making accessibility everyone business. We think that is only one part of the company who is supposed to have that understanding, but not everyone. But if we start having better communication, better talk, we will see that there is a lot more that people can leverage when they have a better understanding of disability, accessibility, and innovation. Thank you so much for sharing, Deborah. I see Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Oh my goodness, Sonia was one of my guest speaker. Oh gosh, we can talk more about Sonia, or you can go check some of the episodes that I had with her and her son, who is blind and an incredible leader. So Sonia said that is big, Flora. HR departments need to be aware of what is available for accessibility and inclusion, or at least resources they can refer the employee to in order to get the tools needed. Oh gosh, this is so true. And one quick example, I had a chance to speak with, gosh, an incredible person with a disability. She lost her sight gradually, and she went to the doctor a couple of times for, to get a surgery to kind of bring back the sight, until at some point it wasn't something that they could salvage. The doctor just told her, good luck, and yeah, that's about it. We cannot do anything, and we wish you the best of luck. She was so demoralized. She was so sad. She lost hope. She said, Flora, I was at home for 5 years, not knowing what to do with my life, until someone told me that there were tools I could use or leverage as a non-sighted person. And then she was introduced to a screen reader. She was introduced to, which is available on mobile phone. You don't even have to pay for anything. It's already on Android. You have a talkback on the voice, on Apple product. You have voiceover. So it's really important. If maybe the organization are not able to provide a tool, at least having the information and guiding people toward the tool is the best way to help them. People and talent within organization are already incredible people with so much knowledge. Don't let them go. Don't let them go. Retain them by exposing them with tools that can still be used to complete their task every day. Oh gosh, I can talk about this all the time, but please let me know what you think. Oh, wow. I'm checking again on LinkedIn just to make sure that I am responding to everyone, but it's really, really important. One of the last things that I want to mention before we end up this discussion today is collaboration. As I said, sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So invite people with disabilities to come on board and educate you. A consultation will not cost you a lot, but it will have a tremendous effect and impact in your organization. Invite people who are advocating for accessibility to come and talk with you. Ask them questions. Gosh, this is gold. Start following people with disabilities. There are incredible people out there who are sharing tons and tons of information. Don't feel shy. I've noticed that sometimes I've seen like people with disabilities creating an incredible tools or solution. And I've seen leaders thinking, they're having a hard time. They are having a hard time embracing new ways, new solutions. But the world we are living in now calls for these type of approaches. Don't feel shy. If you don't know something, guess what? You have the opportunity to know a lot more about it today. Get in rooms where you feel totally confused. I do that sometimes. It's scary, but it works. Get in a room where you feel totally confused. That means that you will have an opportunity to learn from someone. Gosh, I can talk on and on, but the time is up. If you need more information on how to collaborate with incredible people, if you have any question, if you feel like this again session was valuable, please share it in your network. Ask me any question. I'll be happy to help. I see I'm going to read that quickly and let you go. But if you have to go before time, that's totally fine as well. I respect your time and value here with me. Sonia said, the ophthalmologist, there you go, me and my French. The ophthalmologist told me when Brendan was 18 months old, your son is blind and there is nothing you can do about it. Ah, this is crazy. This son is now a leader. And I mean, he has created an incredible solution to make maps perceivable to blind user. And this solution is actually helping incredible companies right now. I mean, you can connect with Sonia, you can connect also with Brendan to learn more about this solution. So Sonia said these doctors need to share resources with parents so they can get help. This is so true. How can you just close the door at this point in time? It makes no sense to me. Give information, allow people to know more. I see also Renee said, I often remind people at work that those of us with disabilities ask for accommodations so we can bring the best version of ourselves to the task at hand. And I mean, I think that it's even a fair ask. It's as if I am going to work and they said there's no chair available for you. So are you expecting me to work on my computer standing all day? This is not happening. But this is called also accommodation. If I have to stand all day, every day, every week, yeah, I'm going to say goodbye to the company eventually because that's not going to work for me. That's not part of my job to stand and do the work. And so I think that, Renee, what you just said, it's normal. If I'm asking for an accommodation, it's because I want to be productive. It's because I know that what I am asking is going to be useful for me to accomplish what I need to accomplish within the organization. And I think that this is why I think that leaders and professionals need to have a better understanding of accessibility. Because when you have a better understanding, you will recognize this information as an opportunity to strive rather than an opportunity to put the person down. Thank you so much for sharing, Renee. I love it. I see Sonia also said, hey, I am available to speak with organization. There you go. People are here to help. Sonia, oh, I see Can we chat in a message? Oh, there you go. Someone is already reaching out. I mean, this organization, this platform that I have here is just for us to have better collaboration. So feel free to share, to engage, because this is how we make collaboration work. This is how we create success, by communicating together. Oh gosh, I love it. Let me see who was the person who just said, Sonia, let's collaborate. I can probably check that later on. I would probably check that later on. I see also Eric said, watch for my upcoming articles on there is a new trade in town, accessibility experts. But that's so true. Even accessibility roles are being more and more refined nowadays. Before it was like, just one hat for all accessibility types. But now there is a little bit of, refinement. And accessibility is not here to go. So, yeah. I see another person said, love your Franglish. Thank you so much. I know my Franglish just kicks in sometime, and sometimes it made me feel somehow like I'm just losing all my words. I'm not able to spot you here on LinkedIn, but you know who you are, and I'm so happy that you're sharing. So, LinkedIn user said, love your Franglish. I highly know French and need to practice again. Oui, bien sûr. Et si tu as besoin d'aide, tu viens me contacter. Je serai très contente de t'aider. So, I am happy to help you with your French. Just connect with me. My internet keeps freezing up, so I have to drop. The connection is bad. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think that the tech, oh gosh, these days is just crazy. Eric also said, let me see. I see another LinkedIn user. My connection is breaking. I have to drop. No problem. I'm so happy you were here. I think it's time to say goodbye. Deborah Shelton, yes. Connect with me here on LinkedIn. Fantastic. So again, I will see you next time. I will have an incredible guest speaker with me. So don't feel shy to tune in at the same time. And goodbye, everyone.